Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and I have a new toy to play with. I was at Michael's early last week and came across a new item. This is brand spanking new, at least in my neck of the woods. It's a label printing machine. It's by Brother. It's their P-Touch series. It's called P-Touch Embellish, and I think it's so super cool that manufacturers are catering to us crafters, and they're giving us their items, but it's crafter friendly. So I will do a product demonstration of this latest model. I'm going to also compare it to, now I just picked up this at Amazon maybe a month ago. So I'm going to do a comparison of both of these items. Okay, so let me give a rundown of what comes in this package. Of course, you get your unit. You do not get the batteries that you need. And you get a cartridge. It's gold on white, it looks like. But I'm going to test it out just to be sure. Now, Michael's have, I think, the full line of different color cartridges that you can get. I picked up the gold on pink, satin pink, and the black on, is this satin gold? Well, I'll find out. And this gold, I'm just realizing it has a pattern on it. So they do have some solid colors, and then they have like washi tape type prints. I got my, one thing I've learned about Michael's, when they put a new item out, within the first couple days, you can use a coupon on it. And that's exactly what happened to me. This item, the regular price is $60, but I had, actually, my phone went dead, and so the store clerk gave me a 50% off coupon, so I paid $30 for it. The next day, I went back to Michael's to use a coupon, and I was able to use it on a cartridge. These are regular $10, so I got it for $5. And then I went back the next day to use another coupon, and then I was told, uh-oh, you can't use coupons on this item. I told the store clerk, hey, I was just there yesterday and I was able to use a coupon. She didn't know why, so she gave me 50% off this cartridge. And then I went back the next day, which was yesterday, trying to use a coupon. I couldn't. The regular price of these are $10, and I think it's called like a great value or best value, and you cannot use coupons on it. Of course, I told the store clerk, hey, I used coupons on 2 of them already. He pulled out his manual, or pulled out a coupon, and he read it. He said, you can't use coupons on Brother items. I was like, okay. Of course, I knew that was going to happen. You also get instructions in English, Spanish, and it looks like French. Yep. You also get a sticker sheet, only in, well, French and Spanish. So you can cover up these tabs with your stickers. You get your registration information. And then you get this little pamphlet that shows all the different types of cartridges that are available. Check that out. Now, I didn't see, oh, Michael's didn't have these. Okay. So they have a whole lot, and then you can buy cartridges in different sizes from 6mm to 12mm. Alrighty, this unit uses 6 AAA batteries. However, you can purchase the adapter for this unit, but I have a lot of adapters. I'm going to check and see if one of my adapters work. To add your batteries, you turn your unit over, and you see 2 arrows here. You just press on it and it opens. Now, word of caution, and it might be kind of hard to read how the batteries should be installed. So let me just tell you, you have 3 batteries on the bottom, but the orientation of your batteries, you need to have all 3 with the positive facing up, like so. And then for the top 3 batteries, you are going to have the negative, or what type of symbol? Well, the negative. You're going to have that on top. with my other unit, I kept getting this step wrong. I'm like, why isn't this unit coming on? And, well, of course, I didn't have my batteries installed right. Just as simple as that. Okay, so to install your cartridge, you take off this paper part. And these two models, they're identical as far as how they look. So you do install them the same way. It's a drop-in installation. Very self-explanatory. And that should work. That was super duper easy. Let's do a visual comparison. Alrighty, of course, our unit, it's prettier. It's color. I love that. Okay, so we have the power and the print. That's the same. The menu, escape, the arrow buttons, and okay, that's all the same. These buttons are the same, except we have the word preview on ours. Okay, so we have the font. Let's see, we don't have a tab that says label. Doesn't mean we don't have that feature. It might be called something else. We do have the frame. We have the symbol. And on the older model, it says template library. We don't have one that states that. However, we still might have that feature. But we do have a ribbon tab. Okay, anything else different? And we have a pattern tab. All right, all this down here appears to be the same. Alrighty, if I've done everything correctly, if I have installed my batteries correctly, that is, my unit should come on. But first, remove the film from your LCD screen. Hit the power button, and my unit comes on. Yay! Alrighty, so I'm following the directions in the manual. You want to set your language first. By default, these units are set to the English language, but I'll walk you through those steps. There's two ways of doing this. You can press the menu button and you see language. So you can continue to press the menu button until you get to whatever section you want, or you can use the arrow keys. Both buttons serve the same purpose. So it's on language, hit OK. And you see that mine is set to English. But if you want to change the language, and this is really cool, hit the arrow and you see all these different languages. Or you can hit the menu. Or do menu work for this one? Okay, menu may not work for this feature. So hitting the menu button doesn't change the languages. But I think it changes the categories. We'll find out. So I'm going to leave mine to English. Hit OK. Now this is really cool if you could print out in a different language, right? I love that. Okay, so the next thing to do is to set your unit of measurement. So let's hit menu until we see unit, and there it is. Now I'm going to use the arrow keys. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so hit OK. You got to hit OK to let the unit know that you want to change the unit. Now use the arrow keys and you see millimeters and inch. I want to use inch. Hit OK to save it, and then you'll see the word. Alrighty, so now it's time for us to set our contrast. And you can see my unit is off. After 5 minutes of non-use, it automatically turns off. So that's cool. You can save on your battery. Alrighty, you always start at menu. Hit menu, and I'm having a hard time with seeing this at my angle. Okay, so I see the LCD. Remember, you can hit menu or you can use the arrows. And then you want to hit OK. I keep forgetting to do that. Hit OK, and then you see your different options for your contrast setting. Let's try number 2. Hit OK to save it, and then you see accept it temporarily. And we have just set our contrast. In the next video, I'm going to experiment with different functions, but in this video, I want to give an overview of the keyboard and also some important buttons that you should be aware of. Of course, you know where power is and you know about the print button, But the menu button, you will begin here when you want to change certain settings. The escape button, that's really important because if you want to exit out of whatever you're doing, you hit escape. However, hitting escape will not take you back to default. In the next video, I'll show you how to do that. You have your arrow buttons, and then you have OK. You know, I keep forgetting to hit OK. Very important to hit that button. And then you have the preview button, which is great because you get to see what you're going to print out. This button also will feed. I think it will feed your cartridge. Sometimes you will need to manually do that. Okay, we'll cover all of these buttons in the next video. Down here you have your caps if you want to create capital letters. And then you have two shift buttons. The file button, if you want to save or open up files, you'll use that button. Of course, space if you want spaces between your characters. And then this accent button, you will use that if you want to add like a smiley face. Okay, and then of course, enter is important. If you want to create a 2-line label, you would need to use enter, and then the BS button, which clears whatever you're working on. That's your backspace button. Okay, let's return back to the box for useful information, such as the number of fonts available on this unit, which is 14 different styles, 94 frames, and over 400 different symbols. And you get a sampling of symbols there. Take a look at the happy face or emoji face. Okay, now there's 9 decorative styles of tapes and 5 satin ribbons. For some reason, I think I saw more in the store. Well, you get a sampling of tapes here. Really cool. And then some ideas on how you can use your ribbons. Okay, let me spend a minute and talk about what you see in your LCD screen, and I hope you can see that because I can't. I will give a general overview of what you see here. If you refer to your manual, which I do recommend that you get to know this, it's really helpful. Helpful too in the sense that you have visuals for the types of fonts you get, the patterns, the symbols. So that's cool to have handy. I hope I have that within view. I will show you from this illustration here, or I'm just going to read to you what these different images and symbols, what they represent. They represent the size, your cursor, your underlying frame, the width of your character, the style of your character, if your characters are caps or not, your ribbon and tape length. So you see all those different figures there. They represent the things that I just named. Okay, so far these units, they appear to be identical, at least visually. I'm assuming that you can use the satin ribbon in your older model. In the next video, I will demonstrate that. But I'm absolutely loving this. You can personalize your gifts. You can make your own puns and expressions. So super cool. And it appears to be identical. So you can still get your hands on this one if you can't find this one or afford this. So let me quickly show you some examples because I have been making my labels. And you guys, this satin ribbon, where is it? Oh my goodness, where is it? It is really satin ribbon. It is super silky smooth. Look at that gold on white. Super gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to do all of this, including chain printing. That feature helps you not waste your ribbon. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. As always, blessings.